Will Bitcoin continue with this uptrend? Will Bitcoin get attracted towards our no-brainer price target for the month of July? Or what kind of scenario should we expect next? Because if we look at this price action in a different time frame using different scenarios, Bitcoin is not just only expected to get attracted towards the no-brainer price target, much higher price target. Yes, guys, we are expecting some very interesting scenarios to play out for the upcoming days for Bitcoin. So before we talk about it, I want you to do me a favor and destroy that like button. And guys, let's try it one more time to reach 1000 like in this video. Thank you very much. So first thing first, you can see the ABC reversal pattern, which we were talking since a couple of days, has played out perfectly. Now this is out. We talked about this falling channel bull flag formation, which played out perfectly. Now even this is out. So what we are going to do now, we are going to focus on this falling wedge. A falling wedge is a bullish continuation pattern, and since this here is also playing out just like how we anticipated, now what is next? I mean, if Bitcoin does the exact same right after breaking out of this previous high, then we are expecting some sort of a movement like this to play out. Price of Bitcoin forming more of higher highs, higher lows, continuation, but at the end its direction is clearly to the upside. Yes, guys, Bitcoin here in a bigger picture is turning bullish and also looks like going to go much higher according to our falling wedge, because parallelly Bitcoin beside this falling wedge is also pointing us each and every time whenever the price of Bitcoin broke out of this horizontal trend line during uptrend, it has turned the price of Bitcoin very bullish. I mean, if you look at this continuation, we broke out of this horizontal trend line during uptrend. What followed after that? A very parabolic move. We broke out of the previous high. What followed after that? Very bullish move. So same thing is repeating again and again. Bitcoin broke out of the previous high, and in the past price action during uptrend, you can see breaking out of the previous high has resulted in some very bullish continuation. So in our case, we are expecting this continuation to continue. I mean, Bitcoin following a higher highs, higher lows continuation pattern type of formation. So even according to this horizontal trend line breakout, we are expecting this uptrend to continue, and any sort of a pullback will be giving us a buying opportunity. Why? Because according to Livermore people point theory, you can see Bitcoin has officially broken out of the previous high area, just like as shown in example. It gave us a buying opportunity, and now if this continuation continues, because according to Livermore people point theory, you can see breaking the previous high, flipping that into support, gives us a buying opportunity. Now any sort of a pullback just like here will be considered as a temporary pullback before expecting another bullish continuation. Yes, you heard that correctly, guys. Bitcoin looks like on its way towards a much higher price target. Not just only the no-brainer price target for the month of July, but much higher price target, because we know parallelly Bitcoin is also lining up with this descending broadening wedge. Descending broadening wedge is another bullish continuation pattern. So if this bullish continuation pattern plays out, then you can see despite some bearishness, we are still expecting this uptrend to continue, and the price objective sits in between 140,000. Yes, guys, 130,000 to 140,000 is where we might be heading according to our descending broadening wedge formation. And any sort of a pullback, you can see this Williams alligator indicator, Bollinger Band, CryptoAnup buy sell indicator, all this indicator will be holding us above $110,000. Above 110,000, we have built a very strong support for Bitcoin. So any sort of a pullback will be just a temporary pullback, and price after that is expected to continue with this uptrend, because we know if this continuation continues, parallelly Bitcoin will be also following with this rising channel. I mean, according to this rising channel, you can see upper trend line rejected us, lower trend line held us. So if we continue with this uptrend, higher highs, higher lows continuation pattern, then we are expecting this uptrend to continue at least towards the upper trend line. And if you look at this upper trend line from this ascending channel, it is in between 130,000 140,000. So that's why, guys, I think Bitcoin will continue with this uptrend, even if there's some shakeout, some pullback. You know, we have extremely important support line for Bitcoin, so any sort of a pullback will be just a temporary pullback, because we know, guys, Bitcoin parallelly is also following this bullish continuation pattern according to our CPR indicator, our leading indicator. And since the price has officially tested the Air 1, Air 2 targets, now the no-brainer target is attracting us. Yes, guys, this here is our no-brainer price target, the Air 3 line, which sits around 124,600. This Air 3 line is the best case and also the no-brainer price target for the month of July. So even if the price of Bitcoin fails to get attracted towards this no-brainer target and starts with another continuation like this, but manages to remain above the July CPR, what does that mean? That means Bitcoin will be printing another ascending CPR for the month of August. And we know ascending CPR only gets formed when price is preparing itself for an uptrend. So for us, Bitcoin closing the monthly candle above 106,000 means we are going to print an ascending CPR, which is going to trigger another bullish continuation, not just only for the month of July, but even for the August. Yes, you heard that correctly, guys. Bitcoin right now is looking very, very bullish, not just only because of this descending broadening wedge, not just only because of this falling wedge, but if you simply zoom out, you can see this breakout also represents another bullish continuation pattern known as inverse head and shoulder. Yes, according to this inverse head and shoulder as well, Bitcoin has officially broken out of the neckline, and now if this exact continuation continues, according to this inverse head and shoulder, you can see our price target sits somewhere around 150,000. According to our leading indicator for the month of July, our best guess target sits around 124,000. But even if we fail to do that, I mean, even if we fail to reach 150,000, I strongly believe 130, 140,000 target will be tested. Even if price shows a continuation to the downside, I have been very clear with you guys. There is no need to worry, because that will be just a temporary pullback before expecting another bullish continuation. So guys, in case of doubt, I suggest you to simply zoom out. So by saying this, I'm signing out until next time. Bye-bye.